Hey, welcome back to the Fusion Air Lighting Partners YouTube channel. We appreciate you watching our channel. Before we go any further, take a minute and hit that like and subscribe button that's down below so we can make sure to get this content to people who are interested in our product and might benefit from it. So today with us, we've got Josue. He is our CEO, and he's going to talk a little bit about our residential products. So Josue, if you want to take a couple of minutes to introduce yourself, please go ahead.
Yeah. Hey guys, my name is Josue Ramirez. I am a CEO and founder of Fusion Air Lighting Group. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit about myself and how I came about the product and the company. So I started an HVAC company in straight out of high school with my father. We were able to work with a lot of really high end builders and just gather a lot of relationships with people that just were all over the industry, commercial and residential. And my time in that trade, we always ran into the issue of just HVAC registers being hideous, just performing horribly,
Right.
and just being in the worst locations. So there's always solutions to everything, and the solutions were to increase comfort, were to add more registers, which was the downside. You have now more ugly registers to stare at, but your comfort level goes up. And so when it came to aesthetics, there was other products in the market, expensive, but they were out
Sure.
there, but they were still very obvious registers, and customers just didn't like that, at all. They just, doesn't matter if they were aesthetically better. They just wanted to completely eliminate that register. So we after inquiring, significant amount of complaints and stuff about them, we decided to finally do something about it within our company, my brother and I. And we went to the drawing board and decided, how could we resolve this issue, right? Why hasn't it been done? Is it because, is it complicated? Is it because it's impossible? What is it? Why hasn't it been done, right? So you ask yourself those questions, and you always have that wonder, like, it should have been done, right? I mean, we're 2022 is the year I think we started, developing the product, and
Right.
you're just like, we're too far into the human lifespan to not have this simple problem resolved, right? Well, we were fortunate enough to obviously not have anybody resolve this issue, and so it was a blessing on our end, and we just decided to, come up with what is the most strategic way of coming up with this solution. And so we walked multiple homes that we've done in the past during the trim time and then during the rough in, and we kind of looked around, kind of paid attention to what was mostly used inside a house, and we realized that recessed lighting was highly used. I'm
Sure.
talking, significantly. And yeah, we just were like, you know what? That's, kind of where the light clicked in our brains, and we were like, let's let's hide it behind a recessed light. And so
Yeah.
that's, how Comfy Light came about.
So the concept is to take a traditional can light and introduce a series of vents into the light, and that way you can introduce heating and cooling into a room. Um, I want to take a minute here to introduce one of our products. It's the 6-inch residential light. So Josue, if you want to take a minute to hold up for the audience the Fusion Air Light 6-inch residential version and kind of show it to everyone watching our channel right now, and then take a few minutes and just describe what you're holding in your hand.
Yeah, so we'll do it in portions, but this right here, what I have right now, is technically your recessed lighting, right? Um, but we've integrated your HVAC register is into this light. So what you traditionally would see is that, 4x10, 4x12 register in the ceiling. We've created it into the same diameter of your traditional recessed lighting. And so you have obviously your LED lighting in the center. You have your diffuser, which is this white trim that throws the air both horizontally and vertically, which has gave us a very superior upper hand when it comes to performance, because we're the only product in the market that does 360 and down to accomplish a much better air distribution into the home. And so that's where we were talking about a little earlier about people wanting better comfort, right? So
Sure.
we didn't want to just create a product that was aesthetically better. We wanted to create a product that resolved everything, aesthetics, performance, and all that stuff. We didn't want to have to add more registers how we had done before. And so this product here really just outperforms any other product in the market by the design that we were able to create with our engineers and our team in this right here. So obviously this one right here also has our light selections on the back. So we can choose anywhere from 27 to 5,000 color temperature. And they're dimmable, moisture rated, fully UL certified. And so this is just one portion of our product. And then here what we have is what you would traditionally think is your can light housing, right?
Right.
But this has been converted into a product that gives you the ability to move air as well. So it's not just housing your light; it's also the path for your air from your HVAC system to flow through it. And so you have your telescoping bracket, which makes it ease of install. We have our insulated housing, which is R8 rated. And so you don't have to worry about humidity or any sweating for dew points and stuff like that. And so we really kind of wanted to deliver a product that just gave you everything in one box. And
Right.
I think we've really accomplished that, especially with the results that we've been getting from customers, from real life data. It's been very, very significant feedback in a positive manner,
Yeah, so the concept is pretty straightforward. We get rid of all those ugly shoebox-sized registers that you see throughout a house. And everywhere there is a can light, you have the opportunity to introduce heating and cooling into a room. So instead of having one or maybe two registers on the ceiling or in the floor, you've got 5, 6, 8, 10, however many lights you have, points of entry into that room. And it's mixed cyclonically, horizontally, and vertically. So you get a very comfortable, uniform temperature throughout your house, everywhere these lighting products are. Is it difficult? Maybe tell our customers here for a few minutes. As we look at the installation process for either new construction or a home that's being completely retrofitted, is this product difficult to install?
No, it's that was actually one of our, also one of our top goals is coming from the HVAC industry myself. We were able to experience the difficulty and the time consumed in having to construct a proper installation when it comes to boot. And when I say boot, it means the housing of where you put your register, right? That was time consuming because you'd have to really put some what we call boot lock, some either an S drive or a C lock,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And when you do it properly, it takes some time, right? I've seen work before where they minimize the material that's used. So, it's quick, but it's not done right. And so, we're focused on quality install and stuff like that. So being that we noticed that there was a time delay on having to do something properly, we wanted to assure that we provided a superior product that can make the installation at the rough-in time so much smoother. That's why we created it identical to your traditional can light housing, using telescoping bracket that's nice and sturdy, and just you just measure where the center of the light, how you would traditionally do it with your lighting, and then you just place it, screw it in place, and you're ready to go. You know what I mean? So it's definitely given us the upper hand when it comes to saving time at the install, and then teaching new guys to be able to do this has been a lot easier than having to teach them the traditional method.
Right.
You would laugh if I told you it's actually really surprising to see how much guys can't handle a pair of shears. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's pretty astonishing to realize. You think it's simple once you're in the trade for so long, but when you get a new guy who can't hold pair of shears straight, you get these, what they call fish hooks,
Right.
and they're dangerous. You get hooked onto them and they stab you, they cut you, and now you have, injuries, left and right. And so to be able to have a product that gives you peace of mind, not knowing that your new guys are going to devour their hands
Right.
it's pretty nice to see that they can adapt to it easily.
Yeah, and I think there's another piece that we can talk about here, which is the overall health and comfort of the home. We've talked a little bit about how much better a home can feel because you've got uniform temperature distribution throughout a room. But one of the things our customers have found is that those registers, a lot of them are on the floor, so it can be difficult to place furniture. You don't want to put a bookcase, for example, over the top of one of those registers, and when they're exposed over time, things find their way into those registers. And it's honestly kind of gross to think about. There's hair, pet hair, dander, all sorts of things that find their way down into that cavity below the home. And your heating and your cooling passes over that. And that can introduce all sorts of allergens and problematic air into the home. So our product eliminates that. It's in the ceiling. It's where the can light is. There's multiple points of entry, and all those allergens, that dander, that dust, bugs, whatever it may be, don't find their way into that register that's on the floor. So maybe talk a little bit, Josue, if you could, about some of the comfort and health benefits that our customers have experienced.
Yeah, definitely. I think, you definitely brought up a really good point. Is when we do a lot of custom homes, we have the ability to decide whether or not we're going to use the floor or the ceiling.
Right.
And a lot of our customers at that time of walkthrough, they don't even want to hear you mention floor locations. Reason being is because they've experienced not having the ability to put their furniture or, cabinets or whatever it may be in the desired area, because it's going to block airflow, and that translates to lack of comfort, right? I mean, you're blocking air. That just means that you're not going to be comfortable in that room. And having our product in the ceiling gives the ability to maintain that comfort. But then there's also that downside of aesthetically you're looking at it, right? But when it comes to health, it's a much better product because air distribution and air movement within a home is huge. I mean, if you can move air that's dirty or contaminated within the home much more effectively, then you're just going to have a better health benefit, right? I mean, you're going to be able to filter that air better because you've moved it from just being sitting and hovering in an area to actually going through the filtration system and then back into the occupied area. A lot of people realize that air movement was very important, especially during the beginning of COVID.
Right.
People were always like, how can I get better air filtration? How can I do UV lights? How can I, better air circulation? That was one of the biggest concerns when that happened, is air circulation. And so our product is superior when it comes to air circulation and coverage within the room. And it really does help, circulate dirty air within the building. And so you get better results. You do have dirtier filters, but would you rather have a dirtier filter or unhealthy air within the home? I think a lot of people would rather choose a dirty filter. And so,
yeah, absolutely. It's better there than in your lungs, right?
Yeah, of course.
Let's take a minute and talk about overall energy efficiency and cost savings for the customer. So one of the things that we can do for particular customers is reduce their energy bill. Their energy bills are going to go down because their home is more efficient, or there's a tighter envelope around the building. There's also a savings because HVAC appliances aren't working as hard. Your heating, your cooling isn't working as hard to push air into 1 or 2 points of entry into a room. The amount of air passing into the room is going through 5, 6, 8 different lights. And so the appliances aren't working as hard. So do you want to talk just for a minute about that, Josue, how customers can save money through a couple of different mechanisms with our product?
Yeah, definitely. So as far as like a firsthand experience, and what we've been noticing as far as the energy savings. We've done a bunch of tests on a side-by-side homes that are same square footage, um, the same square footage, and we have done the traditional method and then our method, Comfy Light. And so with the ability to be able to reduce a tremendous amount of holes within the house, that alone right there is already a huge energy savings within itself. Just it's pretty common sense. I mean, you reduce a significant amount of holes, that means that you're reducing the ability for energy to escape, and for unconditioned air to come into your conditioned home, right? And so that right there is helping you achieve a better door blower test. So that tells you that you have an energy efficient home. And like you mentioned, now we go into the HVAC energy consumption. The fact that you're able to reduce the energy being escaping the home,
Yeah.
but also have our product distribute the air the way it distributes air is just complementing one another. And your high efficiency system can stay high efficient because it's not having to run as long, and it's moving air more effectively into the home and covering each corner of the bedrooms versus a two-way distributor on the edge of the window. And so that just translates to you being more comfortable, your system running less, and then your energy bill is going to be less at the end of every single month. And so you could rest assured that that investment, because HVAC is not cheap, right? I mean, HVAC
No.
equipment can be relatively expensive. You could rest assured that that is going to last you a lot longer, because you're reducing the wear and tear on those equipment. And so, yeah, I mean, it's just, a simple product with a massive, energy benefit behind it. And so that's what's one of the most amazing things about it is the simplicity of the product, but also the benefits that you receive from it.
Right. If our customers wanted to order a product, do you want to talk a little bit about how that process works?
Yeah, definitely. So we are revamping our website right now at the moment. And so you could visit us at our, uh, original website, which is Pacific Six Innovations, and send us an email through there. You could also reach us at account orders at pack-6.com. You can give us a ring at 360-721-3129, and we will be able to take care of you over the phone as well. And yeah, we're more than happy to help people achieve a more comfortable home and aesthetically better home.
Awesome. Well, we'll look forward to doing some more videos about our product in the coming days. Stay tuned. And again, if you haven't done so already, please hit the like or subscribe button, and check back soon for more videos.